Hi, in this short video, I'm going to talk about financial management. When we say financial management, the first thing that comes in mind is what is finance? Finance is actually the study and management of money. Finance focuses on how the individuals, businesses, and governments acquire, allocate, and utilize financial resources over time while managing the risk involved in this financing. Study of finance ensures the efficient and optimal use of financial resources to maximize the wealth of the shareholders over time. When we talk about nature and scope of finance, the scope of finance refers to the broad range of activities, functions, and areas that it covers. The activities of finance includes procuring of funds, investing these funds, and distributing the return that is generated. Procuring of funds means from where and how to raise funds for the business. Investing these funds means in which assets the funds should be used in order to make a profitable investment. And then, when the profit is generated, how the profit should be distributed among the shareholders and in what proportion. When we talk about functions of finance, this includes the overall financial planning and control. It also includes raising funds from different sources, then selection of fixed asset, management of working capital, risk management, and other financial activities. Overall financial planning and control includes what should be the size of the farm in the financial term, what should be its growth in long term and short term. So setting of financial goals is what we call about overall financial planning and control. And monitoring of financial activities of the farm. When it comes to raising funds from different sources, this means that how much and in what proportion the funds should be raised in order to minimize the cost and minimize the risk. Then selection of fixed assets means in which assets the farm should invest in order to increase the value of the farm. Working capital management means how the day-to-day activities operation of the farms should be managed financially in order to make it less costly and make it run smooth. Risk management involves managing of the risk. Which risk? Financial risk of the farm. And the other financial activities includes the investment, short-term and long-term investment, managing of exchange rate risks, and other type of financial activities. Let's move to the next slide, and now we talk about financial management and its meaning. Financial management is actually a managerial activity which is concerned with the planning and controlling of the firm's financial resources. It can be defined as the management of flow of funds, and it deals with the financial decision making. Financial management encompasses the procurement of funds in the most economic and prudent manner and employment of these funds in the most optimum and efficient way to maximize the return of the owner. Financial management is also called the corporate finance that focuses on decisions relating to how much and what type of assets to acquire, how to raise the capital needed to purchase those assets, and how to run the firm so as to maximize the value of its shareholders. Next is the goals of finance. The primary goal of financial management is to create the value for shareholder. Now there is a talk about which is better, profit maximization or wealth maximization. Obviously, wealth maximization is considered to be the best one because in the profit maximization, the objective of profit maximization is actually the maximization of the profit of the farm. It measures the performance of farms by looking at its total profit. It doesn't consider the risk that the farm may undertake in maximization of the profits. The profit maximization as an objective does not consider the effect of earnings per share, dividend paid, or any other return to shareholder on the wealth of the shareholder. Whereas in wealth maximization, objective of maximization of shareholder wealth considers all future cash flows, dividends, earning per shares, risk of a decision, etc. So, the objective of maximization of the shareholder wealth is operational and objective in its approach. A firm that wishes to maximize the profits may opt to pay no dividend and to reinvest the retained earning for further projects. Where a firm that wishes to maximize the shareholders' wealth may pay regular dividend. The shareholders would certainly prefer an increase in wealth against the generation of increasing flow of profit to the firm. When we talk about profit maximization, here the main motive of financial management is to maximize the profit in order to get much incentive. They don't care about the shareholders, they just care about the profit. While in the wealth maximization, the main motive of the finance manager is to maximize the wealth of its shareholders. Let's move to the next slide, and it is the functions of finance. There are three primary functions of the finance. One is investment decision. Firms' investment decisions involves capital expenditure. They are therefore referred to as capital budgeting decisions. A capital budgeting decision involves the decision of allocation of capital or commitment of funds to long-term assets that would yield benefits in future. Second is financing decisions, where form and how to acquire funds to meet the firm's investment needs. Financial decision includes the decision to create a mix of debt and equity in such a manner so as to increase the earning per share of the firm. We call the mix of debt and equity as capital structure. The financial manager must strive to obtain the best financing mix or the optimum capital structure for his or her firm. The firm's capital structure is considered optimum when the market value of shares is maximized. The third function of the finance is dividend decisions. The financial manager must decide whether the firm should distribute all profit or retain them, or distribute a portion and retain the balance. The optimum dividend policy is one that also again maximizes the market value of the firm's share. That's all for today. Thank you very much. Thanks.